deposit money banks in Nigeria have said that they have complied with directives of the Central Bank of Nigeria on the sale of foreign exchange to all customers. Of course, at the end of the CBN Monetary Policy Committee meeting in Abuja last Tuesday, the CBN Governor, Godwin Emefiele, directed banks to set up teller points to meet legitimate FX demand, which the banks are saying they have set up. Joining us to discuss further, Arise business analyst Chika Mbono. Chika, good morning to you, sir.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us. So the banks, they're saying they've set up these teller points. How do you see things proceeding from here?
Remember, let's posit what the issue is.
Yes.
And the fact that the BDCs were supposed to handle the retail end of the FX market and collect dollars from central bank at 400 naira, say, and then sell it to the Nigerian citizens at 4,142, minimum margin. And what's happened is that they've been selling it at the market for 500 thereabout. And so Nigerians never got the benefit of the Commonwealth. And so the central bank has said, taken that away from the BDCs now and said, posited it now with the banks and said, let the banks now implement that. Of course, there's some people express skepticism. And as why I hope that what's happening with the BDCs will not happen with the banks. Because the same foreign exchange that the para market is selling at 500, when the banks be tempted to, to round trip and do that. But I guess the issue is that the bank CEOs are on board. The Central Bank Governor has communicated in the strongest possible terms. The bank CEOs that this has to succeed. And the banks, you would have seen over the weekend, I'm sure would have gotten some mails from banks.
Notifications, yes.
From banks, and clearly stating that if they need your PT or BTA, or medical bills or school fees, or the Form Q for the SMEs, you should go to the banks. And then with your minimal documentations, you get your foreign exchange. We hope that this works well. And then the Central Bank has set up phone lines for citizens to get across the Central Bank to report to any bank that is not complying. And the Central Bank also has indicated that banks will be sanctioned if the employees are caught cutting corners or doing similar things that the BDCs were doing.
Thank you for that, Chika. Chika, I really want to get your thoughts on this, the Olympics. We've talked about youth development in terms of education, but I want to get your thoughts on what we've seen so far.
I really don't know. The words alone are not enough for me to express my disgust at the preparation, lack of preparation, poor planning, and blatant incompetence by the Sports Federation as the way they have handled our athletes. It's only Nigeria that Olympics preparation starts about 1 month or 2 weeks before Olympics.
Right.
For most countries, sometimes it's even 8 years, sometimes 4 years. A lot of countries will start preparing for the next Olympics once this one ends. But ours is about maybe 1 month or 2 weeks before we start running around. And look at the sham, look at the disgrace. I mean, yesterday I watched the high jump and the 100 meters, the Italians won. And the commentators just said that they can imagine what's happening in Italy now, a national celebration. It appears that the sports association people don't understand the impact of that on the mood of the country, and the import of that also for the youths of the country,
right,
and keeping them busy and then giving them hope and courage on what to do. And so you find a lot of incompetence, at various levels with the officials, and it's very condemnable. And I hope the political side will take it seriously after this Olympics. A country, 200 million people, since Olympics started, we have only won 2 gold medals. It's a shame.
Right. Yeah.
A big shame. And you will find the welfare of the athletes is the last rung in the concern of the officials. And these officials have this godly image on themselves that even when athletes complain, what happened? They drop them.
Right.
They drop them, sacrifice them, and call lesser competent athletes, sacrificing the good of the nation because of their selfish interests, chasing Puma contracts. And it's not just on athletics, it's spreads across football and other sports levels. Look at football also. Last week, one of the footballers was complaining that now we paid the allowance for the last 18 months. And it's actually correct. Coaches have not been paid, and People are coming there. The next thing now you will hear that footballer that complained about it, they won't
Has been
invite him,
dropped, right,
have been dropped.
right.
Like they did for one of the female footballers. One of our best footballers, they refused to call him up again because he complained about the welfare of the footballers. It's just not acceptable, and it's condemnable in the strongest possible terms. It is a big shame on our country, and I don't know what phase they will use to come back. If it's other good countries where there's the role of shame in the society, people would have resigned. Even from the 10 athletes that were disqualified at the last minute.
Right.
For every 4 years, people have sacrificed things, borrowed money to compete and train, and then only to get to Japan and say they can't compete because of the incompetence of sports officials who are there fighting over Puma contracts or other pecuniary selfish interests. The political side must look into this after this Olympics and let heads roll.
Oh, and Chika, thank you for that. Just a minute to go. What about private investment in sports? Is that the way to go as far as trying to?
But they have supported. But what happens? Where do you funnel the money?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
They funnel the money, and what happens? A lot of times, it enters into private pockets. It's a shame. And elections are rigged. Look at the last election. You have factions of AFN.
Right.
Because of what? Money.
Money. Right. That's the problem.
Selfishness. Not for the good of our country. It's a big shame.
Arise business analyst Chika Mbodo getting his thoughts off his chest there on this youth development, not only from education span for Bolofo, from a sporting standpoint as well. Chika, thank you so much for joining us.